Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Bobby D.
Hello.
And welcome back to Cubbage Critiques with
That is
Sam C.
correct.
and Bobby D, at least on this episode
That's right.
of the
That's
show.
right.
So, Cubbage Critiques, sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can follow Vibrant Souls on Instagram, and you can also email them at vibrantsouls@gmail.com.
That is correct. That is correct, Alex.
Yes. So, what are we going to be talking about today, Bobby D?
Well, talk about a show we went to right before your birthday, and literally the day before your birthday. And it would be the incomparable Vivian Green. I'll
Yes.
play a quick little blurb of her music when we come back, just in case you aren't aware of who she is. However, you should be, because we found out that she has been in the music business as long as we've been married. So
I bet you don't know how long that is.
But you don't know how long that is, I bet. So with that being said, I will play a little snippet of her music.
Mm-hmm.
Her most famous song, we'll talk a little bit about that. And my favorite song, just a little snippet.
And also a surprise.
Yes, there was a big surprise that popped up. So
as well.
Yes.
So this edition of Cubbage Critiques starts in just a matter of seconds. So stay tuned for it. All right, welcome back to Cubbage Critiques. And if you like this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here, can you do us a favor and like our YouTube channel as well? We would greatly appreciate it. Yes. Click like, share, and subscribe. We would definitely appreciate that. So
that is correct. So there is, Vivian Green, of course, we went to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because there's so many awesome artists out there, but you may or may not know their names. And I was one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
And when Vivian's name popped up at City Winery, Sam C says, "Oh, Vivian Green." Vivian Green, who is that?
Yes.
And he only had to play a little bit for me, and I knew exactly who he was talking about. It's a shame. Like when you're listening to the radio or listening to things, they don't put the names out right away. Now they do. Thank goodness. Now they do on like Sirius XM or something like that. But, if you're not looking at it or you're not paying attention or whatever, you miss the name. You miss the name.
Right.
So here we go. I bet you might know what song that is, do you?
You should.
You should know now that I told you who it was that's singing. Now, I get to the main hook. Let's see.
You still should know who it is.
There we go. Now, you can't tell me you don't know who Vivian Green is.
Right. Right.
So
that was her biggest hit, believe it or not.
Right, and that's the one that kind of pushed her really out in front of everybody. So
right.
So I said, yes, oh my gosh, I know that. But while we were at the show, she made a very interesting admission.
Yeah, about how long she's been in the business?
No, not that. About that song.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Emotional Roller Coaster is not her favorite song. As a matter of fact, I think she said she doesn't like it at all.
That's right. Out of her repertoire of
Yeah.
music, and she said that she has 7 albums out there,
Mm-hmm.
and that that she's thankful to Emotional Roller Coaster, but that's not her favorite song out of her repertoire. So that was very interesting because
Yeah.
so many artists that we do know, like the ones we personally know, like Teresa and Summer, 5 Foot Giant, even
Shar Jones.
Shar
Shar
Jones,
McAllister.
Shar McAllister. They, like when we've had them on the show and we say, out of all your albums or out of all of your songs, which one is your favorite? And they each say, I can't choose. I can't choose. And they all say, it's like my children. These songs are like my children. I can't choose, I can't choose for my children who I love the most. So I can't do it with my music. So it was very interesting to hear Vivian Green say that I don't really like that one. That's not the one. That's the one everybody knows me for, but that's not the one. So
she was really down to earth too.
Very down
to earth and kind of laid back,
kind of shy too.
Yeah, I didn't
which
know
was
that.
Actually very cool to see.
And to me, it seemed like she was tall.
Well, I think maybe she's probably close around about my height. I'm thinking because from the stage, I could tell that she had some heels on. So she and her background singers, who incidentally, one of the ladies was a good friend of hers. She said that they were very tight, and one was her young cousin.
Yes.
So that's also very awesome to know that she has family traveling with her. So we thought that was actually quite cool. What else was it? And the again, she had drummer and guitar players and all that with her. A DJ that we'll talk about very soon. But it was actually funny because again, here comes another guitar player. Again, we're right up front. Here comes another guitar player with. Like, oh no.
And he was waiting for a photo op.
I made sure I snapped a picture.
Yes.
But they were great. Now here's another one. The ads, the stinking ads. Okay, so here we go. No.
Yeah, now you should know this one too. This was actually Bobby D's favorite.
Is that it? That was one. That's right. All right, that was it.
Yep.
Yep, that was it.
It's called "Get Right Back to My Baby."
Yeah.
Bobby D loved this one a lot. Actually, the crowd liked that one a lot when they were,
Yeah, I'm getting right back to my baby. Yeah, I'm
getting right sounded really good too.
Yeah, it was great. And not only that, I must say, that they were, singing and doing their thing, and her MC, is that what she said? She had to, kind of sneak in the back. Well, they still kept the show going. It was fantastic. But she comes back. But she comes back and she says, my MC says, aren't I tired of doing all these sad songs? And she said, yes, actually I am. So I am going to get to some fun stuff. Keep the party jumping. And I have to admit, I do believe that if she didn't have a second show, they would have continued. They would have continued. They didn't want to stop. They did not want to stop. They did not want to stop.
They didn't want to stop. And that DJ MC, I mean, wow.
Fabulous. So they definitely know how to put on a show. Now I'm gonna get to the. I'm gonna let you introduce who the.
Who the DJ/MC was?
Yes.
Well,
now, do you want me to play just a little snippet, or?
yeah. Well, before you do that,
Yeah.
I will actually say that when the DJ/MC came out on stage and introduced who they were, well, actually, before they even introduced who they were, I kept looking at this person.
He did.
And I mean, literally. And then when they came up to the mic in front of us, he said, "Hey, like
Before he said his name.
My name is."
No, but even before he said his name, you whispered to me who you thought it was.
Yeah, I whispered to Bobby. I was like, "That is,"
mm-hmm.
And she said, "What?" So I said it again, and then he got on the mic and he said who it was. The crowd went crazy,
and Sam C was right.
And it was the craziest thing because, and the fact that this person, this DJ/MC, is good friends with Vivian Green.
And he produced her
her
last 3 albums.
Yeah, a few of her albums.
So that would be 5, 6, and 7. The 5th, 6th, and 7th album of hers, and produced a couple of songs on the others. So it's pretty cool. So shall I play a little bit? Is this the right one?
Nope.
No. Okay, wait a minute. No.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's it. There you go.
Yeah, okay, make sure the sound's down. There you go.
Okay.
Make sure it's you have the
right. Sorry. I'm sure that whenever you click into here, you probably get the same.
I'll tell you when.
Okay, you tell me when. I'm gonna keep it down.
You can get ready. You can get ready to hit it now.
Below. Okay.
Yeah. The person is none other than Kwame, the legendary hip hop icon, and this song here.
That's right.
We could not believe
that.
Not
believe it. Now, of course, if you don't remember that part of the song,
I mean that was awesome.
Yeah, you might remember this part.
Yes,
just a little bit. Hey.
And you had the crowd jumping and dancing.
Yes, which was absolutely amazing.
I honestly couldn't believe that. I mean, that whole show was great. That was probably the icing on the cake for me because I was toward the end of it.
Yes.
And it was such a great concert.
It was a terrific concert.
It was nice. It was a delight to see Kwame after all this time, knowing that, he's like, well, I'm not just a DJ.
Yes.
But even though I'm DJing tonight, but most people know me as, then he went on his own little spiel. Then he came up, grabbed the mic. You guys may remember this song. You guys mind if I do this right here?
Chime in a little bit. So.
Oh man!
And then the little teeny thing that we, with the lady singing. Vivian took, obviously that wasn't Vivian back then in the video, but she then took over that part while he was rapping and doing his little part.
She sounded good too.
She sounded just like the lady. I don't even know who the lady is. I don't know her name. I have to look her up. And so in looking up everyone after we left the show, we found out something else very fascinating about Kwame. I figured you could also report this as well.
Yeah. Kwame, you will not believe this,
has a very famous cousin.
Yes, his very famous cousin is a very famous actor. I mean, if you guys have seen, this might just give it away, but if you guys are big fans of Fast and the Furious, now there's many people in there, so you don't know what
that's
I'm
true.
talking
There's
about.
A lot of people.
But if anybody knows the name Vin Diesel, that is Kwame's cousin. So
that is correct. Look it up. check it out.
Yep.
Check it out.
Yep.
So it's so it was really amazing. We had no idea that Kwame was going to be there.
No,
it was just
none whatsoever.
if you are in, and like I said, I'm not going to promise that Kwame will be there. If by chance you're in the city after ours, that came after ours. Now, Vivian and Kwame and their crew came on August 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, still time, obviously, in the year that they could come to your city. Of course, we don't know how that all works with
Right.
City Winery. We know that there are several in this country. City Winery Chicago, City Winery Nashville, all over the place.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're not really sure how they set up the contracts and all that. However, if you do by chance have a city winery near you,
make sure you go
check and see if Vivian Green is on the calendar, because you would love it.
Yeah.
It was great. They put on a wonderful show.
I can't even, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's higher than a 10 because
great.
It was another great concert.
Yes, agreed.
Highly recommended, like you said.
Absolutely, highly recommended.
Yes.
So, so thank you so much. Thank you all so much.
I'm glad we went.
I'm thrilled that we went. I'm happy that you knew. Well, see, that's the thing that one of many things that I love about my husband is that, not only is he just unbelievably smart, he has such a great memory and he has such a love and joy of music. Not that I don't, of course, not that I don't,
mm-hmm.
but he remembers people's music. He remembers who goes with what music. That's why he's our music director for our shows. I might say, oh, and the poor dear has to, he stuck with me, so he has to listen to me sing. And so I have a joy of music too. I try to pretend like I can sing.
It's all good.
And the poor dear, unfortunately, has to listen to it. But I might say something like, of course, this would be, look at me losing the name of the like if we're talking about the gospel show, and I say, right, and I might say, oh, hi. Like you might say, well, you have an idea of what you want to, what you might want to play. I might say, well, I'm kind of in the mood to play the men. Let's honor the men this time. Okay. Well, who were you thinking? Some of the the new age folks, some folks, from way back in the day, some folks when we came up. What do you want to do? I'm like, oh, well, let's just do a mix. Who's the guy? And then, even though I'm the one who worked in gospel radio for a long time, he's the one that remembers the names of 9 chances out of 10, he remembers the album. 9 chances out of 10, 10 chances out of 10, he remembers the artist. He remembers the year. I don't know how Sam C keeps that stuff in his mind. Period. I just don't know how. But that's one of Sam C's redeeming qualities that I have to say that is just impressive.
Well, thank you.
All the time. And
I try.
One of many reasons why I love him.
And I have a lot of reasons why I love you.
Don't be trying to be my friend.
Thank you for that. So,
of course, dear. Of course.
You guys make sure you go check out Vivian Green's music. Just like Vivian Green said when she was at the concert. Make sure you download her music. All of her music
is out there.
It's wonderful.
Streaming, download. All of that.
You will love it. You can listen to it anytime you want.
Beautiful.
I'm sure she would appreciate it as well. We just appreciate what a wonderful concert that she brought to the Steel City. And again, shout out to Kwame for being the surprise of the night.
Yes.
You know,
was thrilling. It was
yes, it was
thrilling.
a
So
great concert.
we're very excited. We
And her background singers are just as great.
oh, they were
Her
fantastic.
cousin
Oh,
and her best friend.
yes, you started saying something, but we got
The battle of the I think the
the
battle of the decades
decades or
era.
eras. I can't remember the eras or the
Eras.
decades or
I
both.
heard
I can't
two.
remember.
Well, her cousin
Yes.
did 2 Jasmine Sullivan songs.
Yes. So basically, what Jasmine did was she said, "Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit. My singers are gonna have a little battle." And she goes, "Oh, look at my friend here. Isn't she beautiful?" It was very sweet. And she goes, "She, like myself, are in our 40s." And she goes, "So she's going to represent the classics where most of us, most of folks there. I mean, really in the crowd, it was several different age groups. So I would say, there might have been a few 70s in there, definitely some 60s, absolutely the 50s and 40-year-olds were representing, but there were a few 30s and 20s, in there. And so her friend was representing the back in the day, I'll say. That's the back in the day buffet. Her cousin
was doing the more modern,
more
the 2000s.
More recent. And she says, "Now this is my cousin, and my cousin is 25." And everybody's like, ah. Yeah. But she was then representing, as Sam C said, the more modern thing. So like Sam C said.
But she sounded really good.
Didn't she sing something from Beyonce also?
Actually,
they did 3 rounds.
Yeah, she did.
3 rounds.
Give Me Body.
Oh, okay. So she did that, and it was funny.
And 2 Jasmine Sullivan songs.
And again, Sam C. I'm like, don't I know that song? And that's a shame. Keeping track of all the stuff he knows, and keeping track of the stuff. I think I know. Yeah, you know that song. That's so and so by so and so. Oh, okay, that sounds about right. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then, the friend, she did her part. And of course, it was lovely. Kwame had the crowd cheer for each lady.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it was a draw. But each lady was fantastic.
They were.
They did a great job.
It was such a great concert. We can't stress what a great concert that was. Make sure you guys go out. If you see Vivian Green in your city, make sure you try to go. Make sure you download her music. And Kwame, make sure you go download Kwame's music as well. Take a trip back because his music is classic stuff.
It is.
It is great stuff. But again, Vivian Green is a heart of gold.
Yes,
and
she's just a sweet.
Yeah, and it was such a great concert.
Yes, absolutely.
Really enjoyable.
Absolutely. And I must say that again, we do have several more that we worked really, really hard this summer, and we decided that we would treat ourselves to a few more concerts coming. And so we, thankfully, were able to purchase a few more ahead of time. And so we've got quite a few coming up in November. That's the next time. And
we'll tell you later.
Is that
you have
right?
To wait and see. Yep. You have to wait and see.
That's the next set because
at least right now it is.
Okay, unless of course they slide something else in there between now and then. But yes, so we did treat ourselves to 2 more. Right.
I'm not going to say what they are.
We're not going to say who they are. And so we're looking forward to those as well.
Yep.
So I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's a very good critique here on Cubbage Critiques. And again, we thank you guys for tuning in and watching our segment here today. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up.
That's exactly right. So thank you so much. We will see you again really, really soon.